Joining me now with reaction from Washington, Arizona, Senator John McCain. By the way, Senator, I do know that you personally knew Ambassador Chris Stevens, and I'm sorry about the loss, both for him, the country, and his family, and all the other families involved. Thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you for saying that, Sean, and Sean Smith and the other two Americans. Our hearts and prayers go out to them and their families. Thank you. I want to say that Chris Stevens was one of the finest men that I have had the opportunity and honor of knowing. He came to Benghazi on a cargo ship, lived in a hotel, risked his life every single day. He loved the Libyan people, and he loved America.
All right, so I am beyond outraged, angry, Senator. Here we have our embassy is attacked, our flag ripped down, chanting, that is going on in support of al-Qaeda, et cetera. And the official position of the Obama administration through their State Department for anywhere between 10 to 16 hours is we apologize to them. I'm trying to understand this, Senator.
Well, I'm not sure there was an apology, but it certainly was a statement that was so weak that they later retracted it and changed it. It obviously is a situation which the Egyptian government had the responsibility to protect our embassy, and they failed in that responsibility.
All right. If President Morsi is referring to the United States, to Israel as vampires, which he did, if the Muslim Brotherhood, of which he's now, he's the leader of, and now is the president of Egypt, they're calling for more of these protests. If Morsi goes to meet with the supreme leader of Iran and the Ayatollahs, why are we giving $2 billion taxpayer dollars to Egypt? And the president reaffirming today that we're going to continue to give money to this government. Is that a mistake?
I think that we have to understand several things. By the way, President Morsi did go to Tehran and condemn Bashar Assad, which was a pleasant turn of events.
Did he condemn Did he condemn Iran when he was there? No. What was the purpose for that meeting, except probably to align with Iran and their hatred for Israel?
Well, I know this, that Egypt is the heart and soul of the Arab world. It is not in our interest to see it travel down the path towards radical Islamic extremism. It's not in our interest to see al-Qaeda gain a foothold there, and I think that we have to carefully calibrate whether our assistance will help or hurt. There needs to be a re-examination of our relationship with Egypt as a result of what happened in the last few days. But at the same time, to just cut off all aid and cut off all relations with Egypt, I think is not an appropriate move, to tell you the truth.
How is it that Sean Hannity and a few others of us out here predicted with pinpoint accuracy that the Muslim Brotherhood would be in charge in Egypt? Their first task when they took over the parliament was to declare Israel, our closest ally, an enemy. First, their number one enemy. How is it that the administration, with all their intelligence and all the money we spend to help them, and the CIA, how is it they didn't see this coming and they kept telling the American people, this is democracy, democracy? I don't view the Muslim Brotherhood as democracy. They want Sharia law implemented now in Egypt.
Well, first of all, that's not clear that that's true. But also, it was you and people on Fox that said in Libya we didn't know who they were, and let's not help these people. They had an election, and they elected moderates. They rejected Islamists. And yes, there are al-Qaeda factors, and there are extremists in Libya today. But the Libyan people are friends of ours, and they support us, and they support democracy.
I don't remember.
You were wrong about Libya.
I don't think I was wrong about Libya at all.
Yes, I do. I know you were.
No, I was not.
I know you were. They had a free and fair election, and a democratic, non-Islamic government was elected. So you were wrong.
All right. So while it was happening, look what we have. I always say, what are you going to replace it with? What are you going to replace Egypt with? They didn't think the Muslim Brotherhood would take over. This is a known terror organization. We say we're fighting a war on terror. We're apologizing, our government, to Egypt after they raid our embassy and rip our flag down. Frankly, Senator, I would think you're with me on this.
I am not taking the side of the administration. I am saying that the largest nation in the Arab world is something we have to carefully calibrate our actions with.
Senator, thanks for being with us. And coming up, comparing Jimmy Carter to Barack Obama. We're going to